What's going on, guys? Good morning, good morning. Ready to get started here on the day. How's everybody doing today? Dwayne, good morning. Give me 1 second here, guys. My keyboard batteries are dead. So how's everybody doing today? Did you guys do good yesterday? Nailed some good trades yesterday. Traded Roblox in the early mornings to the downside. Caught a real nice move on that one with some options. 37% gain on the best take profit. All right. Ready to rock and roll now. So, how about those Fed minutes, huh? Very lackluster. Nothing was said in the Fed minutes that was surprising to the markets. Nothing. Let me put out a tweet here, let everybody know we're live. You guys can start getting your tickers and questions ready. MRIN with a little gap up here today. Guys, can you believe it's already Thursday? The week is flying, man. The Beast, what's up? How are you doing, bud? Is UPST still up? I see you posted over there in the Discord. Oh, wow, man. That thing's just a beast. It's a slow-moving beast. All right, just sent out the tweets. I'm ready to get going. What did Roblox do? Oh, Roblox with a bounce back this morning. We caught a really nice trade on this one yesterday. We didn't catch all of this move, but we didn't have to. We didn't have to because those options we traded in the Discord, they went to about 289, 290 in here when we caught that move to the downside. And somewhere in here, when I checked, they were like at $3, $2.99, $3. I saw that. So, you know, good move. We caught the bulk of the value of those options contracts, in other words. So that was good. We can review that little trade here. Yeah, Roblox making that nice little pop in pre-market. So guys, yesterday we caught in the morning, we were waiting and watching, and Roblox opened up off this gap down, right? We had that big gap down right here. And then it tried to bounce back. But what I want you to notice is look at the volume on this little bounce back. Very, very weak. Very weak volume on this little bounce back. And then right here, we broke underneath VWAP, and we had an increase in volume on that break, showing you some selling pressure taking place in front of what? This $60 zone, at $59 zone. That is where? Look at it here on the daily chart. If we scroll in, look at yesterday's daily candle. Resistance right there at that $59, $60 zone. And remember yesterday, let's go over here to the dashboard. Let's go to the watch list. What did we say yesterday for this? Wednesday? Where is it? Roblox. Missed earnings watching for the $60 area to break and become resistance, could have downside towards 57. That's what we said yesterday, right? Oh. So, when we rejected this level intraday on a big increase in volume, we got underneath VWAP. Right here, I stepped in and got long my put options. Let me get you the alerts. Give me 1 second here. It's coming up right now. So long started Roblox $55 strike put option February 22nd, but that was a mistake. It was actually February 18th expiration. Entry at 197 average. And then some profits, 220, 237, 251, 269 was the best take. 242 was my final take. That 269 was good for a 37% gain. And we just started to sell off. Volume started to increase. And I was just taking profits along the way. Just taking profits along the way. You know, we kept pushing lower. I kept taking profits. And then I sold out of the rest right here. When we popped back up over, wait, no, right in here. When we popped back up over 56, I think it was. I sold those out at 242. So best take down here at 269. When we got this little doji candle right here, those contracts were actually going off at 288, 287, 289, somewhere in there. I actually had an order out at 291. Didn't get a fill because we didn't get down there. But all in all, 37% take on the best. That was a really nice trade. So I was happy with that. We did go lower in the day, but like I said, those option contracts down here at the lowest were only like at $3. So we caught a good chunk of that move. And now today we're getting a nice little bounce back here on Roblox. So we can keep that one on watch today, see what it wants to do along with UPST. Hey guys, do me a quick favor. Remember to hit that like button. It really helps out tremendously. Hey Pat. No. I'm only live on the Discord all day long, and I start there at 9:20. Pre-market, I just get on YouTube here, do a quick little watch list with the YouTube community. Good morning, Ricardo. The beast, the bread. That's right, man. We got the bread on Roblox yesterday. We got the bread on Roblox. So okay, so I don't know. I don't think I mean, to watch Roblox today, you'd have to think of it as maybe holding on to this $53 zone. You know, it could have room for a little bounce back. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll revisit it again later, see how it's acting here in pre-market. Because right now, I'm not convinced it's gonna do much, like to the upside, to the downside. I'm not quite sure either, to be honest. UPS2, yes, UPS2. We went. I didn't trade it, but we did go over this setup yesterday. I know for sure. I think it was Voodoo. I know one member caught UPST yesterday. We talked about it breaking up through VWAP, pulling in and holding support, and Voodoo caught it right there. He caught that candle right there. He jumped in there long, and he rode it up. That was a nice one for the 9MA VWAP crossover. So that was a very nice trade there. It was holding on to a 23.6 Fibonacci, broke through VWAP, volume increased nicely on that break and hold of VWAP, and the rest is just a banger. So that would have been a nice one. I wish I would have caught it, but I'm glad to see some of the members caught it. That was a nice trade we went over as well. And continuation today. Look at that. And look, these are the lines we drew yesterday here in pre-market, guys, to 155. Where did we get to today? Boom. Right just over 155. It will have room here. It could get up into the 160s. And when UPST likes to run, it likes to run. Look at that. So be mindful of that one there on UPST, guys. So yeah, super good trading yesterday. It was nice to see some clean action finally. UPST super clean. Roblox to the downside yesterday. Super clean there. And in here, super clean action. I think even Tesla had a clean day yesterday, right? Let me see. No, it did not. It was rather choppy. Nvidia, was it? Yes, Nvidia it was. Nvidia had a clean reversal setup here, pretty clean. Broke underneath VWAP a little bit, but took right off there. We talked about it going to 263 to 264 area, and sure enough, you caught that. I think they had earnings, right, overnight or this morning. Little gap down. Good stuff, the beast. Palantir reported earnings this morning. If I'm not mistaken, they missed on earnings, but they had some good stuff going for them. Let me see. Just some quick headlines here that Umberto actually posted about. Regarding Palantir, let me take a look. So Palantir shares drop as much as 14% in pre-market on Q4 results. Revenue tops estimate on strength in U.S. commercial business. That's good, because one of the things for Palantir is that they're so heavily reliant on their government contracts, and the whole purpose of them going public and growing is that they wanted to start expanding into commercial more. And there's a disbalance right now, or an imbalance between commercial and the government contracts, the private contracts, I guess you could say, private government contracts. You have way more government contracts than you do commercial contracts, and that's got to start to even out and maybe even tilt a little bit more into the commercial side. So it's good to see that the commercial side of it did top. Let's see here, what else? So I topped estimate but missed on earnings. Yeah, Palantir revenue tops expectations, but earnings fall short. All right, so I'll be watching this. Not for so much for day trades, even though it is a pretty volatile stock. You can get some good swing trades out of it. But I'm a long-term investor in Palantir, so I'll be watching this a little bit closer today. See what these earnings look like, how the stock acts, and maybe be able to add on some dips for the long term. Let's see. So Nvidia, guys, reported adjusted quarterly earnings of $1.32 per share, 10 cents above estimates. The graphics chip maker also reported better than expected revenue from the fourth quarter and gave an upbeat outlook. However, the stock came under pressure on concerns about flat profit margins and its exposure to the cryptocurrency market. Nvidia was down 2.5% pre-market action. You might ask, why is it that cryptocurrency market exposure can hurt the stock? Well, graphics cards are used for mining. They're used for mining cryptocurrencies, not Bitcoin, but other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum. Ethereum is the #1 mined cryptocurrency with graphics cards. And giant places, operations buy these graphics cards directly from Nvidia. All right, so what is going to be potentially happening here in the future, maybe not so distant future, is that Ethereum won't be mined anymore, won't be able to be mined anymore with anything, because they're going to go to proof of stake. So I'm guessing what the outlook here that people are looking at is that moving forward, that would potentially hurt their sales, because a big portion of buys is coming from mining farms. Okay, so does this mean that cryptocurrency won't be mined anymore on GPUs, on graphics cards? I would say not. There's a huge amount of cryptocurrency that can still be mined with graphics cards, but it's going to take some time to see something take over Ethereum, right? Take over that vacuum. It might not be just one coin, it might be 2 or 3. So with that said, maybe that's why they're talking about the exposure they have to crypto. All right, so let's see what else. Fastly shares plummeted 31.9%. Oh my God. Talk about getting wrecked. I mean, this thing's been getting wrecked, but now we're super wrecked. Super wrecked. And pre-market after the internet content delivery company gave lower than expected 2022 guidance, Fastly reported a narrower than expected fourth quarter loss in revenue that came in above consensus estimate. All right, that's about it. There's a few others here, but really not eventful in my opinion. Let's check in Walmart WMT. Walmart stock rose 2.9% in pre-market after the retail giant reported better than expected quarterly results. Walmart earned an adjusted $1.53 per share, 3 cents above estimates, issued an upbeat forecast, and announced a dividend hike. Well, damn, Walmart. Guys, look at this. Look at the support we drew out on Walmart here a while back. Look at that support there that we drew out. It's held it like a champ. It's held it like a champ. Morning, Jackie. It's held it like a champ for real. All right, guys. Let's start getting into the Q&A stuff. If you have any questions or any tickers, any stocks you want me to look at, throw them up in chat. I'll be happy to do so right now. We'll do that for a little while, and then after that, we'll jump into some news, the scans, and we'll start building out our watch list. AMPL. All right, let's take a look at that one. Okay, so AMPL. Oh my God, that's another one. That looks just like the Fastly's chart. Look at that. Look at this, watch. They have to be correlated, right? Amplitude in technology sector software application. There has to be similar content delivery type company. It's the same sector. It's the same sector. They got destroyed. Did they report earnings as well? Yeah, they reported earnings as well. Sorry guys, had to sneeze. Oh my God. Thank you. All right, so fourth quarter revenue rose 49.4 million from 30.1 million and came in ahead the FactSet consensus, which was 47.0 million. Helpful fuel that growth was expansion in Amplitude's customer count, which rose from 1,597, which rose to 1,597 from 1,417 a quarter earlier, as well as increased adoption of the company's newer products. Amplitude posted fourth quarter net loss of $21.9 million or 20 cents a share, compared with the loss of $5.4 million or 21 cents a share in the year earlier quarter. On an adjusted basis, Amplitude lost 5 cents a share. 5 cents a share compared with 2 cents a share in the year prior period, while analysts tracked by FactSet were expecting an 8-cent adjusted loss per share. The company expects a first quarter adjusted loss per share of 9 cents to 10 cents, while analysts were expecting 12 cents adjusted loss per share. For the full year, Amplitude anticipates a 42 cent to 44 cent adjusted loss per share, whereas FactSet's consensus was for a 44 cent loss per share. So yeah, these guys got wrecked. Another one here. I don't know what to tell you about this one. You know, it's down here in no man's land. At this point, we'd have to watch and wait for some sort of mid-gap support to check in, or mid-gap resistance, right? And then have some sort of levels, but we would have to wait for those levels to kind of kick in today and see where they're at. You definitely would have potentially 31.61, so mid 31s to $32 range. You'd have that level as potential resistance on a bounce back day. So you can definitely keep eyes on that for that. But right now, we'd have to wait for the market to open and have it establish some sort of mid-gap support somewhere. Tesla. Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla, these 880s are still holding up support. Yesterday we got down here to today in pre-market we got down here to 908, and yesterday we got down here to 901 and change. So we're still trading in this little channel here. I'm not really so much interested in Tesla right now until we either break up and over 945 and hold it as support to go test that 50-day and that 100-day moving average, which I would expect to hold resistance. Or at that point, maybe break down under 850 and go test that 200-day moving average, see if it's support in the 830s. And that's a really tight range. You got more range to the upside if you can break over 945 and hold. The breakdown under 851 to the 200-day is rather tight. It's rather tight. And that 200-day has proven to be a very good level of support on Tesla in the past. Back here. And recently right here. So I'd expect it to hold. If it doesn't hold, then you got a lot of room to fall. If that level doesn't hold, you do have a lot of room to fall there on Tesla, guys. All right. So, any other tickers you want me to take a look at for you this morning? Throw them up in chat. Be happy to take a look at for you. Let me send out a quick tweet as well while you do that. All right. All right, so yeah, Palantir King, we went over, we didn't really look at the chart much, but we went over Palantir earlier on why they're down. And some of the headlines read like this. Palantir revenue drops estimate on strength in U.S. commercial business, which is a good thing that they're strengthening their commercial business. That's the main purpose they went public to begin with. Palantir revenue topped estimates. It's a shame about the earnings miss. So here's some headlines. Palantir sees Q1 revenue 443 million. FactSet consensus was at 439.2 million. So, there's some good and some bad mixed in there. I'm still like for trades. It's a plenty volatile for swing trades. Day trades not so much, I would say, but swing trades, it does give you some nice moves. So far, it's held this 1430s resistance and these 12 support. We'll see if it gets back down here to the 11s. I'm a long-term investor in Palantir, and so far I'm not selling out on it. I like so far what they're doing. So we'll see. Maybe I can add some more on some dips here for the long term. And when I say long term, it's 10, 20 years. What else? BABA. Let's go ahead and check that one out. BABA. Invest Broker, what's going on? Good morning. This is one we've gone over a lot, huh? Look at all these lines. Let's clean this chart up a little bit. We have been holding on to this 50-day moving average area for a little while now, ever since we broke above it. Right there. And you have a little bit of resistance going on right there at 128 zone. Look at all this recent resistance there. And previously, it's been a level of support and resistance. So at 128 level, oh wow, look at this. It's like finding treasure, I swear. You get excited when you scroll to the left and you see stuff like this line up. This is why everybody's like, people are like, oh, technical analysis, that doesn't work. What are you talking about? What do you think? This is a coincidence? Look at that. You saw that 128? Look at that. That 128 held support before BABA went from 128 to 300 basically. That's a huge move. So what can we expect out of 128? It's going to be a tough level to break through. It's going to be a very tough level to break through. Look, we broke through it here and we immediately got right back under it. You see that? We broke down. Boom, resistance. Boom, get through it, get back under it, resistance now. So that's going to be a very, very tough level. If it can break through it, you're going to want to see a nice fat increase in volume and a pullback to test it to see if it can hold. If it can hold that level, then you got room to like 137, 138. So you got 10 points to the upside move there. That could happen. But if it can't hold that, I eventually would imagine it gets squeezed in here between the 128 and the 50-day. And eventually it breaks down and maybe comes back down here to test these 110s. So yeah, that's what I would watch on BABA. Nvidia, let's go take a look at that one. Whoops, those are notes. I do not want to write notes. So Nvidia had earnings today. Let's take a look at those again. Nvidia reported adjusted quarterly earnings of $1.32 per share, 10 cents above estimates. The graphics chip maker also reported better than expected revenue for the quarter and gave an upbeat outlook. However, the stock came under pressure on concerns about flat profit margins and its exposure to the cryptocurrency market. Nvidia was down 2.5% in pre-market. The reason why they mentioned the exposure to cryptocurrency, it's because GPUs are used for mining crypto, not Bitcoin, other cryptos. The main crypto, all right, that is mined with GPU is Ethereum. Ethereum is going to go to proof of stake, meaning it's going to move from proof of work to proof of stake, so it won't be mineable anymore. All right. When that happens, I would imagine what they're alluding to here is that you'll see a drop in sales on Nvidia because Nvidia sells the GPUs, right, that are used by large crypto farming facilities and retailers like myself that buy a few here and there and have a small little mining operation, right, or a small little mining rig. So they would expect that sales would drop, and they probably will drop some when that happens if they're not dropping some already here pretty soon, because according to the Ethereum network, they're thinking that this year is when they'll go to proof of stake, and it could be by the summertime or so. Now, this is something that's been said before and has been pushed back. So maybe this time it'll get pushed back again and keep on making chips and selling them. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're talking about, I'd imagine, here when they talk about the exposure to the crypto market. Now, as far as the chart itself goes, yesterday we talked about this level being a tough resistance zone. Why? That's the blue line is the 50-day, and the white line is the 100-day moving average. All right, and so far yesterday, resistance there. So far today, well, this has to be a misprint. I would imagine it's a misprint. Yeah, it has to be a misprint. But yeah, I'd expect that level to hold resistance for now, because you got, look, the 100-day moving average right here, boom, rejected. Right here, rejected. Right here, support. So now we're up into that level. I'd expect it to hold some resistance unless the Qs go crazy. Then if we break over that, you got the 50-day right there as well, 270. Man, that 270 is also a potential tough zone. I would expect resistance. I don't expect Nvidia to just like I would not expect Nvidia to do something like that. In other words, I'd expect resistance to kick in there, just like I expect the SPY to come back down to the 220s, 230, 227, 230 area. I'd expect Nvidia to maybe hold on to his 250s a little bit longer, but eventually I'd expect it to crack and come back down here to 230s. That's what I would expect. Not because it's a bad company or anything like that, but just the overall sentiment is still bearish for me on most of these techs, along with the SPY. So Dash, is that the next one? Dwayne, yeah, that's that level, 110, 109 level on BABA. So Dash also had earnings today. DoorDash soared 24.1% in pre-market trading after the food delivery service issued an upbeat outlook for the current quarter. DoorDash reported a fourth quarter loss but saw a 69% surge in revenue for 2021, even as restaurants reopened for dine-in service. So as far as the chart itself, we're up here in I mean, this is a big gap up, and typically when you get big gap ups like this, you see profit taking start to take place. Man, I think Dash is too expensive. I think there's way too rich of a valuation on this company. Think about it like this. Look, if you stepped in here and you said, you know what, I'm going to buy Dash for a little swing trade here, even if it takes a few months, I'm going to buy it down here at these lows. And they come out today, they do good on their earnings, and you're long from $96. And you're up here at $120, $115. You're going to take profit. So more often than not, what we see on these is initially a drop. A drop once trading starts, you know, at the bell at 9:30. So maybe keep an eye on it. See if it pulls back into this previous little support zone here of 109. You know, it coincides with this support before we pushed up to new all-time highs. And it coincides with this current little pivot right here. We gapped up above it. Watch and see now if it holds support. Watch and see if it holds support. That's what I would do on this side. Watch and see if it holds support. Then you might have here some 117-ish resistance. I would not expect it to get through that 200-day moving average. Man, that's a long ways away, 128. But you could have some little moves here to watch on Dash. What's next? Lucid. I haven't seen Lucid since yesterday pre-market. I bet you it's still inside that little channel. Yep, there it is. 200-day moving average resistance. Has not been able to break through it. It's clear as day. Look at all this 200-day moving average resistance, guys. Look at this. Tap, 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 tap. It cannot get through that 200-day moving average for the life of itself right now. So this is just a really tough area for this stock. $28 resistance, $29 resistance, 200-day moving average, basically $30. That 200-day moving average is at 29.60s. So $30 resistance, $25, $26 support. It's a little channel that is trading in, has not changed. Let's check in on AMC, which was in a similar situation. So there you go, AMC in the same situation. You can see here previously, support zone, back here, turned resistance, resistance, finally got back up above it, and it's now turning into a level of support. It's turning into a level of support. I'd expect it to hold up. And I personally, like I still say, I expect AMC to get back down here and maybe even lower by the summertime. So it's trading in that channel $17, $18 to $20, $21-ish dollars. That zone, 2080. So you have a channel play there with that $18 to $21 resistance support zone. Underneath 18, underneath 1780, then you really have room to fall down to the 14s, where there was this old channel from 14s all the way to that $18 zone. All the way to that $18 zone. So there's that. Malik, morning. XCLA, let's go take a look at that one. Not much going on with this one still. Not much at all. You still have this support we talked about at 65 cents. So that's still a possibility there. And we did talk about it having a hard time where in front of that 50-day moving average at 80 cents. Has not been able to get up and over that level. Highs of 76 cents. So there's not a whole lot going on here. That 80 cent area is going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. What time is it? 8:42, guys. So if you don't have any more tickers, we'll start working on the watch list. So any last minute tickers, drop them in chat, or any last minute questions is fine too. You can ask a general trading question if you like, and then we can jump into that. And then after that, we'll go ahead and get into making the watch list today. We'll talk about the SPY. We'll talk about some of these others that we're going to put on the watch list, like MRIN, which is gapping up today. Jobless claims. Another 248,000 Americans filed new claims last week. Let's take a look at that. Initial jobless claims week ended February 12th, 248,000 versus 218,000 expected, a revised 225,000 during prior week. Continuing claims week ended February 5th, 1.593 million versus 1.605 million. Expected and revised was 1.619 million during the prior week. So even with the rise in filings last week, jobless claims hovered near 2019 levels at approximately 220,000. In February last year, jobless claims were still coming in at a weekly rate of about 800,000. So there you go. Initial jobless claims edged higher in January to near 300,000 around the time that there was surges and record levels in the U.S. All right, so not a whole lot here. We're still trading in and out of that 200-day moving average right now, guys. Oh my God. Okay, guys, breaking news here. Tesla CEO Musk accuses SEC of calculated effort to chill his right to free speech. Tesla CEO Musk accused the Securities and Exchange Commission of harassment and in a calculated effort to chill his right to free speech in his oversight of the communications with shareholders as part of the 2018 agreement that settled civil securities charges against the executive. Musk said Tesla thoughts settling the charges would end the agency's harassment of Musk and allow the court, not the agency, to monitor his compliance. He said in the filing, but the SEC has broken its promise, Musk's lawyer wrote in filings, adding that the agency has been weaponizing its consent decree by using it to try and muzzle and harass Mr. Musk and Tesla. The agency also hasn't yet distributed $40 million to shareholders as agreed, according to the filings. The SEC seems to be targeting Mr. Musk and Tesla for unrelated investigations, largely because Musk remains an outspoken critic of the government. Musk said in a new court filing Tuesday, seeking to bring the agency 2018's case against him to a close. The SEC outsized efforts seem calculated to chill his exercise of the First Amendment right rather than enforcing generally applicable laws in fashion. Okay, so boom. That's what's happening today. That is awesome. Did this affect Tesla at all? Well, the SPY's pulling back at the same time, so I wouldn't say it's this. And that's funny, man. That just hit right now. That just hit right now. Okay. All right, guys. So if no more questions there, then let's jump into the SPY. The SPY pulling back hard today. We're going to watch this 200-day moving average area in the 440s, see if that holds resistance. So watching the 200-day moving average in the 444 area to hold resistance for a drop back down to I think 441 is a little bit tight. That could be an area of support. I would say a drop back down here to 436 seems so far away, but it's very possible. For a drop back down to 436, if 441 area breaks down. So that's what I'll be watching on the SPY today. Things to note, guys, from yesterday's Fed minutes. They were very lackluster. They didn't really give away anything that we didn't already know. So they're talking about the balance runoff sheets, and they have a procedure in place on how they're going to do that. But they're not really giving us exactly the procedure. So it's like a lot of unknown right now. We'll see how the market starts to take this news and that 200-day moving average on bounce backs. We'll see what happens there. So that's what I'll be watching for on the SPY today. We'll see what it does. We'll see what it does. I definitely would be watching down to that 436 zone. Investin says, whew, thank God on SPY, lost discipline and bought 457 puts for a swing trade. 457 or 447? I'd imagine 447 is what you meant. Because 457 would have been way up there. Okay, guys, so we'll see what happens with the SPY here. Let's take a look at Nvidia again, and we'll start putting that one up on the watch list. Nvidia, watching for the 254 area to hold support for a move back to test the 100-day MA at 267, around the 267 area, or a breakdown under 254 and show resistance for a drop back down towards 237. So 237, 238, 238, 238 area. All right, we got those two. I'm going to take a look at Twitter for you. Okay, 247. That's what I thought. Twitter. Just not a whole lot going on here, to be honest. You're going to have clear as day, 50-day moving average resistance. And you'll probably see some support kick in here around 33. A little bit of resistance tops back here. You have like a little gap entry point from back here as well. So you have like a little channel play right here between 33 to 39. Got a little 6-point range just about there. But other than that, not a whole lot going on with Twitter right now. It's very, very, like the range on it is very, very small too. 35, yeah, not even a dollar. Not even a dollar that day. So it's very, very low volatility right now on that one. And kind of choppy, honestly. All right, so we have SPY, we have Nvidia. We saw MRIN hit the scans here earlier. What's going on here? It looks like it should be some sort of... Looks like this should be some sort of news release with this kind of gap up. So 16 hours ago, MRIN Software announces TikTok integration. So that's what that's about. TikTok is really, really out there, taking a lot of users away from Facebook and such. So MRIN announces TikTok integration. Let's see what levels we have here. My God, I haven't look at the last time. I can hover over this line. It'll tell me the last time. It feels longer. I created that line on January. You can see it there on the thing on the screen on January 31st. Created that line. All right, let's erase this. Let's redraw things. See what's going on here. We got the 50-day moving average right here at about 370s. That's a level I'd watch to see if it holds support. If it does, you have room here that could take you to 425, which is, you know, that level where we kind of found resistance so far this morning. So watching the 50-day MA to hold support on pullbacks, 370s, for a shot at 425 area resistance. Okay, so we've got SPY, Nvidia, MRIN on watch. UP, what was it? USPC, right? No. Let me just check the watch list from yesterday because we had it on watch yesterday. UPST. Got to watch UPST for continuation today. So UPST, watching for continuation from yesterday's run. Watching for yesterday's highs, 150 at 150 to hold support for a move towards 155. If 155 breaks and becomes new support, we have room at that point. We'd have room to 165-ish, 164. Seems like it. Let's double check. No, 162. No. Yeah, about 164. All right. 163. $163. Could have room towards 163. All right, guys, we got SPY, Nvidia, MRIN, UPST on watch. Do you have any other names you want me to take a quick look at for you? Guys, do me a quick solid. Help me out here. We got 16 likes, 35 watchers. Do me a quick favor there. Hit that like button for me. It really helps out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. There we go, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Keep them coming. All right, so UPST, that's what I'd be watching. On that one, I'd watch and see if 440, if 150 with yesterday's highs hold support on pullbacks. You could have some room there that'll take it at 155. That's plenty already of range. And if 155 breaks and holds support, then you really open up. You really open up. You got room 161, 163, 164. So you really can open up on that one today. Dash is on the gap scan. Like I said, 109 maybe you can watch. But that's, yeah, you can watch Dash for 109. Dash with earnings report watching for 109 to hold support on pullbacks. 109 area, remember that, guys. It's never to the penny, especially on a $100 stock. Hold support on pullbacks. Could have room. If we get down there, we could have room towards 118. Towards 118. Over 118, then you really open up to 127. Over that level, you open up to 127 area. All right. I think that might be it. Let's check in real quick on TISI. Okay. All right. Just looking at some of these other names we've been looking at this week. Okay, I think that's good, guys. Yeah, I think that's good. It's low volume on this GLBE. Volume on Fiverr also isn't the greatest. Okay, guys, so I think that's good. SPY, Nvidia, MRIN, UPST, Dash, all on watch for the day. Do you have any tickers or anything that you want me to look at for you? Also, remember, now at 9, I'll be hopping on over to the Discord. I'll be at the Discord all day long, meaning we'll be in there doing our live trading like we did yesterday with the Roblox. We did really well on Roblox yesterday. 37% gain on the best take profit on Roblox. $55 put options, February 18th expiration. And in 197, 220, 237, 251, 269 takes, 242 I got flat. So after we do our trading, usually around 11:30, I get back on the microphone and we go over lessons and live recaps. And then at 2 p.m. we do an afternoon scan as well. So there's a link here. You can come join us for 30 days for free if you like. But we got like about 3 minutes left here before I have to put the final touches on the watch list and send them over to Jonal so he can email them out to everyone. If you are not on the email list and you want to be, just let me know in chat there and I'll go ahead and give you the link so you can sign up for the email list so you can get the watch list sent out to you. Otherwise, yeah, I'll do that. I'll put the final touches on the watch list, get it sent out, and we'll start our day. So a few minutes left here. So if you have any last minute questions, let me know. And if not, we'll start wrapping it up. Oh, real quick, guys. Let's check in here what the overall news is. U.S. stock futures dropped Thursday as NATO accused Russia of adding forces at the Ukraine border and not reducing them. That's what caused that little dip in the SPY there. Wall Street was also digesting strong earnings from 2 Dow stocks and mixed economic reports. In a volatile session Wednesday, the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the Nasdaq dipped and the S&P 500 inched higher. The 3 stock benchmarks cut some losses when the minutes from the Federal Reserve January meetings didn't signal any plan to hike interest rates faster than already expected. Before the bell Thursday, weekly jobless claims rose unexpectedly. January housing starts came below in estimates while permits beat, and the Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index for February was light. After that data, the 10-year Treasury yield dipped under 2%. So that drop we saw on the SPY is probably because of that NATO accusing Russia of adding forces at the Ukrainian border and not reducing them like Russia said they were doing. So that's probably what happened there, guys. All right, so now we got that piece of news. We know to watch that 200-day moving average to see if it continues to hold resistance, and keep an ear out for any Russia-Ukraine news while you're in the trade, guys. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in. Today is Thursday. I will be back tomorrow. You know I haven't been streaming. I don't stream on Fridays, but I'm going to start toying around with a time slot to stream on Fridays. I'm going to try some different things, guys. I'm going to tell you right now. I might do like a 8:15 or 8:30 stream for just like a half hour or 45-minute stream. Or I might do like an 8:30 stream, full hour stream all the way until the bell at 9:30. Or I might even consider doing like an 8:45 stream that takes us past 9:30. Maybe like an 8:45 stream until 10 o'clock stream, or a 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock stream. So I might stream like half an hour of the market open on Fridays. Or maybe I'll just throw that in there every so often. I don't know yet. Let me know. Drop it in the comments there in the chat section. Let me know what you would like to see for a Friday stream. I don't want to make the Friday stream the same 8 to 9. At least not right now. I want to test out some different stuff on Friday stream. Maybe including, half an hour of market open commentary. So we'll see. Maybe I'll do that. All right. So let me know. Drop it in the comment section. Humberto, that'd be great. Cool. Guys, Humberto's swing trade moderator over at the daytraderchatroom.com. So let me know what you think. All right, guys. Good luck out there today. Stay safe. Thank you very much for hitting the like button. Today, a new video will drop here on the channel as well. And I'll see you all sometime tomorrow. Not sure yet when I'll stream tomorrow, but I will be on the live stream tomorrow. All right, guys. Have a great day.